Welcome everyone to this exciting interview segment. Today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Maxine Denis, star of the Hallmark movie A Holiday Mismatch. Join us as we delve into Maxine's insight into her character and the challenges of filming this movie. Thank you for being here, Maxine.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This is really fun.
Great. So, can you tell us a little bit about your character in A Holiday Mismatch?
Yeah, sure. Lauren Stone, she's a powerhouse, I would say. What I love about Lauren is that she's a hard worker. She's somebody who knows what she wants and she will actively go out and do what needs to be done to get that. As an architect, as someone who you know, cares about what she works towards. And it's interesting because there's a part of Lauren that I also loved exploring, which was the side where she feels deep down, I think, that she wishes she had the emotional capacity to connect in her personal life as much as she did in her work life. And I feel like a lot of people could relate to something like that, where there's a person you're better at one side of things than the other. Perhaps it's the social part, or it's the work part, or it's whatever other part. And sometimes you wish you could put more mental energy into another side. So that was something I really loved exploring about Lauren. And that's where the movie kind of goes forward, where Lauren starts to learn more and more about where her emotions lie, where her heart lies, and all of that. So I did enjoy exploring that side a lot.
Amazing. And what initially attracted you to your role in this movie?
I mean, so many things. The script was so much fun. I also loved that it was a mother-daughter relationship as someone who's very close to her own mother. I really enjoyed when I got the audition that the first scene was with the mother. So I was able to actually, it's a funny story. When I did the audition, it was the day before I had to leave for a trip to Europe for my friend's wedding. So I got that audition and the only reader I had available was my mother, because I needed to get on the flight that afternoon. So that morning I did the audition with my mom about a scene with a mom. So I just thought it was such a special thing to explore. And I think that's something that needs to be told more often in movies, that beautiful mother-daughter relationship that sometimes has its challenges and turmoils and sometimes has its beautiful sides, which you see in this movie. Caroline Ray plays my mom in this movie. And it was so great to work with her. So I think that is something that really attracted me to the script. The idea that it wasn't just a love story with two romantic people. It was also a love story between mothers and children and that relationship being explored. So I think that's really special.
Yeah. And what do you think makes this movie so special and captivating? And what do you hope audiences take away from watching it?
I mean, we get a tiny Sabrina the Teenage Witch reunion. I think that's a huge benefit to watching this movie. The two are awesome, and it was, as someone who loved Sabrina the Teenage Witch growing up, it was so cool to have them back together and to be a part of that. So that is definitely something I think people will enjoy watching. They're going to enjoy the dynamic, the comedy. John McLaren, who plays Shane, is such a blast to work with. Beth Broderick, Caroline Ray, like the whole cast really put their all into this movie, and we had a blast making it. So I think if they take that away, that feel good, that enjoyment, that idea of exploring that relationship between parent and child, I hope they take away that side, because it is something that is very common in the holidays, where you're like amongst your family and sometimes there's the chaos of, yeah, leave me alone. And sometimes there's the, no, wait, I need you. So I think if anybody can relate to that side of things with this movie, I think they will take away that side a lot.
Yeah. And what was it like working with the rest of the cast and crew on set?
Oh my gosh. I have nothing bad to say from a personal standpoint. I loved working with the cast. Every single person really wanted their role and wanted to do a good job and tell an awesome story. Um, learning from Caroline and Beth was incredible to me. I mean, they're legends in the industry, so that was so great. John is awesome too. I mean, we had a blast, the two of us. So I think, you know, when you get a set like that where everybody is just it just decides to come to work with good energy, it always makes magic. And the crew, I mean, I'm lucky. I speak French as well. So on set, it was a very much a bilingual set because we filmed it in Montreal. So it was really great to just like chat with the crew and get on the same page with them. I mean, hair, makeup, costume, light, camera, director, producers, everybody was just really, it felt like I got to celebrate Christmas twice this year. And I think that's so special because I love Christmas. So being able to celebrate Christmas twice, being able to see the set deck come together as they made like a random city street Christmas and them playing with the snow. I mean, they really knew what they were doing. And so did the cast. I mean, it was awesome. John and I would play video games on the side in between. Like we had a really good time. I think I made some friends for a long time. And I think that's what matters on sets like this because they're so quick and you want to be able to make friends out of them at least, you know?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And what can you tease about your character journey?
What can I tease? I mean, I think Lauren discovers that work is not the only thing that matters in life. And I think that's that's something that a lot of people want to discover. And so she realizes throughout the film that there is a battle within her. And towards the end of the movie, I think she works towards making finding that balance between work and life. And I think that is something that a lot of us can struggle with nowadays, finding that balance. And I relate definitely. So it was cool to be able to play with that and for her to go on that journey alongside, you know, all the other characters in this film.
Yeah. And what was your favorite scene or moment while filming a holiday mismatch?
Um yeah, I think one of my favorite moments, well, there's a lot, but I think one of the funniest in filming, and you guys will kind of see it in the film, is there's this crazy Christmas tree related scene. And it was scorching hot that day. I think it was easily 30 degrees Celsius and it was sunny. And we had to wear coats and scarves and our hair was all perfect, but we were boiling, all of us. And not just that, it was a scene that required a lot of action. Like we basically wrestle a tree, pretty much. And so having to do that while being boiling hot and the bees were out. I mean, the entire time Caroline was just protecting me from the bees. She very much took on the mama role, because I don't like bees at all. And they kept on hovering around me. I don't know if it was the perfume I was wearing, but they kept on coming around me, even through the scenes. And the amount of times Caroline was like, don't move, don't move, don't move. There's a bee, there's a bee, there's a bee. So it was just really funny, the behind the scenes element of trying to navigate doing this crazy scene, plus the heat, plus the bees. It was like by the end of it, I was like more exhausted than any other day on set. I was like, that was a lot. That was a lot.
Great. So, change of subject. What have been some of the most memorable projects you have worked on throughout your career and why for you?
Yeah, it's a great one. I think one project I'm definitely most proud of is a film I was in called Polarized. That came out in 2023. What I loved about it is that it was my first lead role, and I got to work alongside incredible directors and producers. And it really set the tone for the rest of my career in the sense of they cared a lot about the actors and they wanted us to feel at home in this space and getting the opportunity to do that. They shipped me over to Manitoba. Like I got to be in a condo that they offer. And it was, I mean, for a first role as an up and coming actor, it was a dream. I mean, I feel very blessed and lucky to have been able to do that. So that hands down is one of my top. And I think another one would be what's it called? Celestine, which isn't out yet. I actually filmed that last year. I loved it because it was such an indie project with so much heart, and I think the story is going to resonate with so many people. It's in post-production now. I got to see a little bit of it. The director showed me parts of it, and I think it's going to I think it's going to be a beautiful movie, and there's an awesome element of both animation and live action in that film. So in a couple months, I'm going to be able to do voiceover for a cartoon version of my character, which I'm so excited about. I mean, I love cartoon, and I have a cartoon that's coming out probably soon. So I enjoy that. And to have one feature film that'll hopefully make this festival rounds that has both elements involved, where I get to play this spunky 18-year-old who, knows what she wants and is adamant to go and get it. And the animated side that's very sci-fi, that's very, ethereal in its world. So I'm excited for people to get a chance to watch Celestine. And also the director was amazing to work with. So
Great. So, quick question. As survivor shows, we are big fans of Christmas rom-coms. What is your all-time favorite?
Oh my gosh. So one thing about me, I'm horrible with names. I just remember what it made me feel like. So it's tough to say. I know there's a couple Hallmark movies I've loved very much. I just couldn't tell you the name off the top of my head, even if I tried. I'm the kind of person who I watch a movie, I'm like, that was so fun. We move on and I'm like, wait, what was it called again? And I forgot. So I can't remember fully, but I do remember there was one really cute one. Yeah. No, I'm gonna leave this interview and I'm gonna be like, oh, that was what it was called. And I can't remember. Yeah, no. But it was a good question. I should check it for next time.
Okay, great. So the last question. Can you tease something about your next project?
Ooh, I mean, I have a couple that I've signed NDAs for that I can't really talk about in much detail, but what I know for sure is that they're going to be fun and exciting, and they are going to, when they come out, it could take a while. A couple of them in all the different mediums of acting, whether it's animation, video game, or film and television. I have a couple that are like on the horizon of release. But as a lot of us know in this industry, it's kind of like you do it and it was amazing, and then you just move on to the next and you keep working because it's eventually going to come out. Some can take no time at all, and some can take about a year or 2 years to come out. It just depends on their timeline and the way that they work. So I have some that I filmed a year ago that are still not out, and I have some that I filmed over the summer that are coming out now. So it's definitely one of those things, but I think I could tease in the sense of saying stay tuned, because I've had a blast making everything that I've been making so far, and I'm really proud of that. So I hope whoever chooses to watch and join along this crazy journey of me being an actor enjoys them as much as I did. So
Good luck. And so this is it.
thank you.
Make sure all of
Okay.
you to coach a holiday mismatch on Hallmark channel on this Sunday night. And thank you, Maxine, to join us today.
Thank you so much for having me. Honestly, this is great. It's nice to be able to chat about this movie. We had a lot of fun making it. So hope you guys enjoy.
Me too. So, and thank you all for watching. Bye.
Bye.